Well, there is growing concern about wildfires spreading to the Gunflint Trail.
Yeah, on the left side of this image, you see the fire icon. That's the Little Knife Fire. It's now 30,000 acres. It jumped the border into Minnesota today, burning 6,000 acres in Minnesota alone. And it is in the vicinity of the Gunflint Trail. That's why the end of the Gunflint Trail is in that orange set mode, as it has been, meaning people there should be ready to evacuate at a moment's notice. What changed today, the central part of the Gunflint in yellow is now in ready mode, meaning people should be prepared for a possible evacuation.